Okay, hello again at our weekly season secure, this time on Sunday. Let's see how this goes today. We had our first server restart, hopefully it's gonna be the last as well. And right now we are at the staging phase, and it looks like it's morning on Everon. I'm gonna check for my curiosity. Oh, never mind. He just switched it to the evening. Okay. That's something I did not expect. I was just about to check how fast the time goes. So far it's on default 1.0 multiplier. Okay. Well, evening. It's 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. on Everon is almost evening. Okay, I guess it makes sense. It's North Atlantic, right? Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's jump back to admin. So this is where Soviets begin. To position myself roughly according to the north side over there. This is Soviet position here at Province, near Transformer Station. And this is where Americans are based, if I'm not mistaken, if my connection is not mistaken. It might be. Am I crazy or what? Yeah, it's probably my connection not keeping up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Sabai is playing off-roader, enjoying his LAV. Let's see, what else do we have over here?
You can. Yeah. I don't know who's technically squad lead or nothing. Crumb just left us, Kurt.
My brother. Can you hear me on that radio?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
He's over here.
Go to Crumb.
Someone's happy.
Crumb, who the fuck's doing what, man? Alright.
We need orders. Ship hands.
What's the plan?
Oi, Dabble!
Okay, place a couple more storage containers near me over here.
Oi, Dablord!
Wow.
Motherfucker! Crumb,
Wow. Yeah.
we need some instruction here, bro.
Oh.
Instructions being.
Alright.
So much for instructions.
Alright. Who's doing that then?
no plan.
There is no plan. I'm not gonna lie, Panda, your comms are better than mine. I think you should probably...
The first one.
Alright, everybody go get into one of the fucking vehicles. We can't do shit. Nobody's doing anything. We're gonna move up. Get in a fucking vehicle, get in 2 vehicles, I don't care.
Valid, let's go. We taking an LAV?
Okay, let's see maybe if anyone else has a plan.
Wait up. For 5 people.
Okay, we need Humvee then. Yeah,
Where's the... Were those spawn jeeps here? Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be able to do that until we take the first objective. On the commandering side, I'm going to be doing pretty minimal because my brain is been through a fucking microwave.
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting round again. Okay, looks like Americans are gearing up to get ready to move out as soon as that staging phase is gonna be over. Let's see what Soviets are up to now. I'm gonna reset my VoIP again.
It could be in St. Pierre, but it could be like on the southern edge.
And there's one base in Regina, I think, and one, wait, I mark where I think they are.
Where's the mark where you think they are? What point?
All of them.
Duras. Regina,
I don't know
Duras.
which one's
Duras.
A and B,
Okay,
but-
okay.
Okay, so they are not sure exactly
I
what
think
the
around
base
there are
is.
the bases.
Right, I forgot.
Well, we can at least do recon with the helo before we land, because we'll see see a row of trucks coming down
So,
either Green Valley or the West
just
Coast.
fly on the Western Heights, and then you decide where you want to land.
Okay, so
That makes sense to me.
so my team goes with the helo, your team goes by
Doesn't
ground.
matter to me.
And we need someone to take the MCU.
See, just make sure and bring AT, whoever goes in the helicopter, because you want to be able to kill those vehicles right off the rip, so they don't.
We have Grenadier and then 80 gunners, so that should be sufficient,
Yeah.
I guess, hopefully.
Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so what do you? I guess we'll name them Spear and Trident, or what do you want to call them?
Yeah, sure. I'll be
I like
Spear
it
then.
both sides.
Okay, we'll be Trident, just like the toothpaste.
Yeah.
We can call them Spear and Mint.
Although calling it Trident is a bit weird because the guys from the actual Trident unit are on the enemy team, but why not?
Yeah, we'll be Mint then. You'll be Spear, we'll be Mint.
Okay. Alright. Spear squad, let's go to the helo.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes, so let's.
I'll go in front.
Is that all of us?
No, not yet.
Only one person in the command truck. I prefer everyone else in the armor, so you can actually shoot back and not be as vulnerable with small arms.
While I have time... Excellent, pinked. While I have time, I would like to figure out that radio for admins. Because that's something I was not able to do. Okay, they're getting ready, I should hurry up. So, if I'm in this view, I'm gonna press G. I see it as green. Platoon channel, okay. What if I'm gonna delete myself? I can't use it anymore, okay. Okay. So I need to be spawned in order to be able to hear no. Yes. Oh wait, now it's different. Now it doesn't work at all. Yeah, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Suboptimal. Oh, let's just follow the match. And I should probably spawn myself anyway so I can hear them.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, Lion. That Spear is on the way.
Right. There we go. Wrong turn. So, match has begun.
We'll drop us on top of Penance Pass, and that should be a good.
We have one BRDM, one command track, UAZ and helicopter ready to make deployment. As usual, for first 40 minutes, no close-in support is available, only transport helicopters. I wonder where their helicopter might be. If they are airborne or already. I see still someone at the base. LAVs. Still at the base, taken out. I hear Huey right below me. So this is where Huey is. There is first FIA base on top of this little hill. Little, not that little. So we got American deployment over here, again with only transportation Huey. This is not gonna take too long. I wonder where Soviets are. Soviets just dismounted on this opposite side of this mountain. Like this would be my first time. I pinged again. God damn it. Oh, okay. We need to make sure Americans have actually chance to win today. I had to help it a little. Meanwhile, Fispy is scolding me for accidentally pinging Soviet recon team, which I don't blame him for. It was my complete skill issue, unfortunately. Okay. So we got Americans now pushing Dura's base. Dura's base being where exactly? I don't see it. Just under the tree, sure. Okay, guys, being very technical. I'm gonna teleport myself closer so I can hear the radio. Yeah, I was out of radio range.
It would be great if we see the command truck in the convoy, that we focus that with the AT gun. Yeah. Try to find a good concealed position so they don't see you immediately. And when they come up, don't start shooting immediately, wait for my signal. Or if they start shooting at us, obviously shoot, but if not, then wait for my signal and we all start shooting at the same time. Ideally opening with the rocket launcher to the LAV, if the LAV comes. If there's no LAV, then save the rocket for when the LAV definitely comes later, right?
Got Huey now heading towards west coast. With how many people in? I see perhaps three people. Yeah, 3 people for deployment.
So don't go too fast.
Heading straight towards Soviet recon team.
Confidently hit with the rocket launcher.
They're gonna be able to hear it any second now. I'm pretty sure.
If you're confident you can hit it from there, that's fine.
It's heading straight towards Soviet recon team right now. They will probably deploy them around here as well. Okay, looks like they're heading for Regina after all. Yep, they're about to land, it seems. Slowing down. Almost crashing into the tree. Soviets are looking at Americans, but I'm not sure which side.
Do you see any vehicles around?
They are still looking on east side. They probably didn't notice that Huey yet. Caramba, I've just pinged their helicopter.
Okay, so the base is
Beautiful.
base B is like completely different place. So
I'm in the
Russia
sky,
and C
I'm
will
in the
actually be
sky.
in Regina.
Can't do anything right now, boy.
I know.
Supposed to read me.
Okay, Americans just now
can't make it.
designed.
Yes, we can check.
Going for Stinger.
Can you check if base C is actually in Regina, because we are not sure if it's there.
He's taking his time, doesn't he?
So what are they doing? They're wasting so much time. There's one Humvee driving
What's
north.
going on?
I see the view it landed. It's aiming a Stinger 2, so be careful. It's aiming a Stinger 2. The view landed in Regina.
Also there.
Giant flare.
Okay, nice. Miss.
Yeah, there's two Humvees driving north. So Regina is their base B, I think, and they're driving to C
I
already.
suppose that was the only Stinger they had available.
Go back to fucking base, bro.
I know you do, but can you change C?
Motherfucker. No.
So they're driving up the valley to Levy.
Yeah. I'm not sure
Rocky,
how far, but I saw
is
two
there any
Humvees
chance of some
leaving.
assistance from an
Okay,
admin?
so really useless here then. Sounds like the fight will be straight up the valley.
Hold on, one Humvee is
I
coming
got
our direction.
moved, but it
Okay,
hasn't
so
taken me
let's
out
wait
of
for
the
it and
helicopter.
blow it up when it comes here. Not with the rocket, just with gunfire,
What the
actually.
fuck is going on?
The internet's fucking up again.
Hello, good sir.
Hello.
Stuck.
I genuinely cannot get out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. I think it happens in some modded vehicles like this Huey, perhaps. I tried to already drag you out, but it didn't work either, so I'm gonna have to delete you
Yeah,
and you will have
so-
to respawn, yeah?
Yay! Great.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing I
could
can do.
I could try one thing if you want. Can you make him go unconscious? And then maybe we can get him out as removed casualty.
I can't make him unconscious, but you can do it with your gun. Try it. But I don't think that's gonna work.
Sat in the worst spot.
Try to shoot him into the leg or something.
Yes, that worked. I'm uncon, please.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're not on Conon's my screen, bro.
Oh,
Not
for
on mine
fuck's
either.
sake.
Yeah.
That means I've got to make my way back here, man. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
fuck's
going
sake.
I'm going back to base, so I'll bring you.
I'm gonna delete you, so hopefully it's not gonna be bugging up the seat. We'll see, yeah?
Okay, get ready. It's a 50 Humvee, probably.
Alright,
No.
let's go back.
Topless one. Not the armored one. It's a Jeep.
Okay, that's great. So, yeah, let's wait until it drives roughly between us and then open fire.
It turned around again.
They are
Perfect.
turning
Just
back.
on the road, just in front of us.
Maybe they noticed Soviets waiting for them, I'm not sure. But looks like
One Humvee's
they're
going
heading
off again.
somewhere
I
else
think you have
entirely.
look at you. I'm not sure what's the plan here.
Yeah, they're changing directions. They're all heading north instead of west. We have American Huey coming back to the base for another pickup.
Go ahead.
I have not located a base in Regina. It might be in the valley.
Copy that.
Okay, all Humvees left now. We lose this here.
Left to
Kevin,
which
what are you up
direction?
to?
North.
Perhaps you're waiting for a helicopter to put that Stingray to
Let's start walking down
use?
the valley.
Stinger.
On both sides of the road.
Okay, so we have Americans finally near military base Levy,
Just lined up down in the valley, very useless here.
together with Clay, Samofius and I3D, now heading back towards Soviets
So
on the hill.
what we are gonna do is just go to base C, which in this case is most likely somewhere like Kuori, right?
Yeah, the AIM crew just missed Americans turning up the hill.
I don't know.
If they're gonna be waiting here, they're gonna be waiting for nothing to happen.
Yeah, we just walk downhill and whenever we run into the base we can
Alexander with command track and
We could wait.
Fedbeard
I mean, we can
trying to focus on this FIA base over here. Oh, that's suboptimal. Hopefully it's not gonna kill him. Okay, it did. That's why you pull your handbrake. Holy shit. You could have killed someone! And I think he just died. Yeah. Yeah, I'm rolling my eyes either. Too. Yeah. What can you do? Okay, so what do we have? So it's still waiting for Americans to do something in this pass over here. Meanwhile, Milk and Henry are probably waiting for reinforcements before they're gonna begin anything substantial.
That's a completely pointless position.
That was probably a bad deployment then. It's definitely a bad deployment if you have nothing better to do than just humming.
Yeah, I can't really see anything.
I've got another morphine if you want to try that.
Let's keep walking. I don't think we can see base Charlie from here. I'm gonna assume it's somewhere around the core area, so that's roughly where I'm heading.
Yeah.
As soon as our guys capture base Bravo, we'll be able to see it, and then we'll adjust our route.
Okay, so Soviets are relocating from west side to east side of this pass.
Okay, let's regroup into one group at this point.
Caroline died. I wonder why. Oh, okay, I missed Americans now heading towards BRDM. This one is dead and backed, I assume. So it actually paid off for his BTR to be positioned over here, because not everyone went up this hill. Bunny is meanwhile getting off this hill, and Clay with some of us did not go where I wanted, when I expected them to go. Instead, they're heading towards west coast again, and now are positioned west of, north of Regina, which is over here. Perhaps gonna link with Henry and Milk at Regina. I'm not sure what the master plan over here is for Americans, but I guess we'll find out. So far the master plan for Kevin over here is to catch a ride on the way somewhere. Looks like you guys should have been planning a little more. This looks very disorganized to me.
So we don't have to go all the way up. This is also a good place for an ambush. So let's set up here in the bushes. This is actually even better because they'll have to be really slow around these uphill terrains.
He's realizing that he does not suffer from a massive skill issue now. Meanwhile, American Huey is heading towards west coast, going very low. They definitely went. That's exactly what happened, as Chipkov said. They went all around you. And I wonder where they are now. They are just north of Regina. And I'm not sure what their plan is. Looks like they dismounted from the vehicle and are mostly situated over here. Perhaps making another ambush site for Soviets. But most of Soviets are already in place and more coming to Regina. while in Duras we have made 1337 AR, and it's me, Kevin. Now in American base. And so it's waiting for someone to pass through, but unfortunately it looks like all of you guys are actually going to places where the other ones are not at all. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry guys. So the plan is we are moving towards Regina now because they could have bypassed us. So we can't keep waiting here.
And Twisp is finally realizing what happened.
Yes. So we just walk to Regina and attack it. And if they come
So let's
ahead
move, let's
us,
push
we
into
can
the
start a haste ambush. Unfortunately, it looks like they bypassed us by air and maybe by road as well.
Oh, Karambam just crashed. What happened? I'm not sure what happened, but it's quite a big loss. I don't think they're gonna be able to recover this anytime soon.
I'll still try to. I go alone and try to get that heli of Tigran. It's just one Jeep.
Okay, so we have basically entire American team on the west coast and west side of Soviets. And ironically, now Soviets are gonna be able to finally ambush someone coming up the hill. Let's see if it works or not. Soviets are already. No chance. Well executed. Swiss is coming back with helicopter, perhaps for a pickup, as he doesn't seem to have anyone inside.
We have ambushed one vehicle coming up, but looks like most enemies are already at Regina, so we are assaulting it on foot.
That is correct, Wisp. Correct assessment. So we've got two command trucks. Okay, one at military base Levy, the other one over here by Felixander, just north of Duras. Oh, way more than you think. Practically their entire team on west coast. In Regina is half of them, north of Regina is the other half. I wonder if there is how many of them are still at this base. Karambam either got killed by FIA or he respawned. However, Swiss is taking a lot of risk by flying over Regina right now because he's exposing himself to stinger fire. Luckily for Swiss, no one is taking shot at him. Oh yeah, okay, they just noticed the down Huey, so they know that there won't be any heli pickup or drop off anytime soon. Americans are still fighting for this FIA base, who is technically theirs already, but still contested by with FIA combatants, which will keep them busy for foreseeable future. And I wonder what Soviets over here are up to. I'm gonna reset my voice chat again.
I'll arrange fine, hold on. Okay, it's like 1,100 meters, that's a bit too far.
Yeah, no way.
Okay, yeah, we keep walking then. We'll find
Who's pinging again?
the position closer.
They are pinging Soviet's position.
Yeah, we're walking towards them because this is a bit too far for sniper fire, but we'll find a better position closer and we'll put our marks
Okay, Americans are taking casualties over here. Meanwhile, Swiss is flying here like he owns the place. Yeah, I don't think Bazooka is gonna make the cut, but feel free to try. I don't think any one of you over here has functional Stinger anymore.
Okay, so looks like now it's just Americans.
These are short in supply.
Looks like they killed the FA.
I see bazookas here. Some of you, they are expecting Soviets to go through. They definitely expect that to happen.
Mint, this is Spear, how copy?
But it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Alright, Mint, this is Spear. We are assaulting Altai from the east. We'll be there in about 5 to 10 minutes. We're walking on foot.
Okay, we have another healing coming. Karambam again.
Less than 5 minutes, we're gonna group up with you and join you on the attack.
Yeah, we're approaching from the east.
Copy that. We're about to arrive at Menace Pass in like 2 mics.
American Huey is heading straight towards Soviets over here. Okay, I was thinking that maybe they try to not shoot so they do not spoil their position. They just couldn't make the shot in time. Good for Americans. Tight landing, but manageable. I don't think Soviets are gonna be able to take a reasonable shot from all the way over there. Okay. So Twist just gave order to take a shot with Igla on this Huey. But Karambam is not having it because he's taking very low altitude, therefore avoiding successful shot at Huey. Well done. Meanwhile, Alexander is moving, relocating his command truck to the west coast. Pero is hoping for someone to pick him up, which might be this light armored vehicle. And Fedbeard is driving a munition truck.
If it was a gunship or just transport?
And it was just a transport.
Okay, copy that.
How many mechanics at the base? Okay.
Good, that probably means the base is undefended.
Our mob is under attack, milk says for Americans.
As we can, so they don't land on our shit and cap it from us.
Yeah, we're about 500 meters off.
Swiss is back again. Meanwhile, Americans begin to suspect that Soviets might be already eyeing them from far away, maybe getting close. Far away, that wouldn't work, and he doesn't have angle anymore. Good for Swiss, but they are definitely waiting for Swiss to come around with that hind over there. Meanwhile, where are Soviets? Chevkov is pushing ahead. And we have Kevin and Skin81 waiting for them over here. They definitely see Soviets
I'm just gonna put
with
a mark on the
BRDM
map
now.
Yeah, he looks right at us, just so you know.
Okay.
On the road.
I'm gonna reposition myself closer so I can hear them better.
Yes, we are about 50 meters off. To your northeast. Everyone, keep our talking range to
Those enemy positions have now been marked on the map. We have the small APC pushing down the main road towards us from the east. That's at Washington.
Okay, I heard the BIDM are dismantled now.
Swiss, do you still copy?
Here he
Yeah,
goes.
anti-tank.
Yep, here he comes.
I hear them really close to
Good hit. Driver's down. And the other guy's down. Unfortunately, the only guy that is not down is gunner of this BRDM. Was definitely making a run for it, shooting at American MG nest. Almost killing 2 people over here. A major nuisance. Luckily for Americans, they do have bazookas and RPGs even. 1 miss from RPG. BRDM gunner is not having it. Meanwhile, Soviets are pushing fast from the tree line behind BRDM, capitalizing on the confusion, killing Milk over there next to Skin 81. Americans are taking casualties left and right. It's quite incredible to me how Soviets can actually improvise in this situation, because it looked very bad for Soviets at first and pretty well for Americans, but tables have turned and Americans are rapidly losing ground on this position. Average Potato is jumping out.
Lose momentum, guys.
Not sure if intentionally, and he definitely shouldn't, because they're already getting eyes on him. Now probably killing him soon, unless he's gonna quickly get down again. That was at the last second. Well done. Don't forget to close your hatch, because that's something that can actually get you killed.
Exactly, which means we need to push on to the point before they do that.
He probably tries to salvage this BRDM.
Just drive to the BTR onto the point and get in the gun seat.
So Rich Potato got told to just get into the gun seat and get it done.
Ceasefire with the GL, let's just get up here.
Wow, Americans are in real trouble right now. So, how many do we have? How many Americans on this base? I see only 2 Americans remaining. Wow. And Skin 81, he just woke up next to Fatbeard. Wow. This is getting increasingly more fucked up for Americans. Well done, Soviets. I'm amazed how well you're doing, considering the beginning of this situation. Okay, let me check if I can hear something in proximity chat from Americans. Still defending the base. Soviets are closing in real fast. I probably shouldn't be able to hear anything, because that would already spoil their position, both for Soviets and Americans. We have Swiss in Heinz circling just south of this base in the background. You know, Keraholand and Dr. Panda are expecting the worst. Soviets just captured this base.
From Duras.
Ah, okay, at least a trade. Well done, Keraholand. But Lucas is still up. They're gonna probably capture him as a prisoner.
Taking him prisoner.
There we go. Gain some tickets. And Dr. Panda just died. It's unfortunate.
Who's down? Okay, I got you. I'm medic. I got him.
Well done, very well done, everyone. Minimal casualties for Soviets. If I'm correct, there might have been maybe 1 or 2 deaths, and good 6 people died from American side just on this base alone just now. That's excellent to me. Wow.
Resupply, we have arsenal truck at base C. There's an Igla inside as well.
Excellent. This might be a very short game today.
Okay, once again we've got another issue here. Base D, it's not their MOB. Duras is just one of their bases, and it's in range of all our shit still.
Thank you.
So it's broken as usual.
Okay, so
Well,
Clay
using it
broke
to our
the
advantage this time,
scenario again, or maybe he didn't fix it still.
We know there's one Vic coming from
Depends how we
Duras,
look at
so
it.
whoever's on the gun of the BTR, go ahead and point that way looking for it. Everybody else keep your eyes peeled for helos. I'm gonna think about what plan we need and come up with it here momentarily.
Yeah, for now we're defending in a forward position. Close to the bridge over Regina Stream.
After that, okay, I think I know what we need to do. We need to do a helo drop on, what is that, Black Lake?
Okay, closer support is
Base
still not
E, we're
available.
gonna do a helo drop up there. So let's get,
Oh, that's a nice landslide, I never noticed
I
that.
want to send a minimal amount up there, so...
Secondary duo coming from the southeast.
That's the one we're looking at right now.
Supplies here.
Fatbeard and
Making
Trice, can you two
landing.
go?
If Soviets eyeing this Huey from the hilltop. And we are dropping off 2, 3, 4 people I see, 5 people dropped off. Here's some supplies. I'm gonna reset my voice chat again.
If we go directly north,
Okay.
Yep. The heli just crashed.
Suboptimal. And who just died? That doesn't matter. He was American, that's all I need to know. Oh god. Okay, well, it's gonna be fairly difficult to hit that hind with your Stinger from this location inside the middle of the forest, so they will not try that. However, I wonder if we have perhaps any Stinger here up the hill. Probably not, but I figured I would just check anyway. We have Americans eyeing the base they just lost, and Swiss is heading maybe towards them. I wonder if they will open fire. I probably would not do that, so I wouldn't spoil my position for no practical gain. If I can't even hit that heli and just kill it right away with Stinger or anything heavier, I think that would be just for nothing. Okay, I should probably relocate myself so I'm not in the way. So I'm just gonna jump. Where I'm gonna jump? I'm gonna jump over here. Why not? It doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, so Americans split up now into 2 teams. One heading slightly east, the other one heading straight north towards Regina. Soviets are expecting that and repositioning, making some other fortifications. I'm gonna reset my voice chat again. Fatbeard is flying. Okay, that's Lucas with another hind, another transportation hind, together with Swiss and forget. Never mind, correction, it's Swiss still landing its own hind, but now he has co-pilot and a passenger. Okay, Clay just announced that close air support will be available for both teams in 3 minutes. Meanwhile, Soviets are making the best out of their time here on this Regina base.
We got US coming down from Tower Regina. Tracer's about to go out to them.
Tower
We got contact bearing 140, 400 meters, I might mark them. Yeah, marker is up, they are moving north from there.
Okay, BRDM opened fire on Americans over here, on the hill. Oh, there we won a hell of a shot. I'm all down for it if you can make it. Okay, I wonder where the other Americans are. Lucas pinging Game Master again. I wonder where Lucas. Lucas, what do you need? Okay, I'm just gonna jump here to ask what's going on. Hey Lucas, can you hear me?
Hey, I just, I don't know where I am. I kind of just got dropped off here.
I see. Was there some miscommunication perhaps?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Is what I could do for you, I could teleport you back to the main base. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay. Just, do you know if I have any teammates there?
Sorry, say again the last thing.
Do you know if anyone from my team is at main base right now?
Well, we are playing competitive match, so what I would suggest to you, call Swiss, the helicopter pilot, on radio, ask him to pick you up and take you somewhere. Yeah?
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, I don't think I should delete him because that's gonna probably eat some tickets, so I'm gonna just teleport him here. And he can be picked up by Swiss. I don't know what was that, but it was suboptimal.
Yeah, be ready with that BTR and big gun. Might be coming in for gas anytime now. Yep.
Okay, finally, we have contact with Americans coming from on south side of Regina. And some of us is pushing from the west side, sorry, east side. That's pretty bold. Meanwhile, Americans are taking casualties from south side of this Regina base. This is incredible to me that he did not get spotted crossing this open area over here. That's something. Okay, looks like most of Soviets are looking exclusively down south side of this base. Henry is being quiet like a mouse. Gerbert is searching for more Americans. And Samophius is about to get inside the base. Meanwhile, we have Dr. Panda and Kerr Holland sorting out radio backpack. And I'm gonna quickly switch back to Samophius, who is about to jump Soviets on this base. This is absolutely beautiful to see. Go get them. I actually root for you, believe or not. Okay, he's probably going for that BRDM.
Get off the point and hide somewhere. Preferably towards town of Regina. You're Your goal right now is to
Hmm.
not get blown up and shoot down this fucking helicopter when it comes.
He might not
Actually,
be
I
able
take
to
that
do
back.
that
Go
soon.
towards Spear, towards Pinus Pass.
Ah, that's the opposite way. That's the opposite way where Samofios is. So if he wants to take his shot, he has to do it right now, before the BRDM will leave the base. This is his last chance to hit that rocket.
How far are they from you?
Ah, okay. He's not rushing because he knows he's already way too deep in the base and can get spotted any second now by anyone defending the base. So he's having a second thought.
Encircled right now. We've got some coming
Wow, is this gonna work out or not? I wonder. Good hit on BRDM. Nice, he killed them both. Wow. Well done, Samofios.
Fall back to the point. Let's have a gunfight, guys.
BRDM is still functional, or repairable at least. But we have 2 Soviets down, so that's definitely worth it. And Samofios is still not discovered. They know he's around, but they do not know exactly where he is, how many of them are here, and so on.
Contact 094, 500 meters left side of the ruins. They're looking straight at us, actually, so let's engage.
And they are probably talking about Kevin and Skin 81 over here.
Is it from the base or?
Enemy location updated to infantry.
Yeah, that will be, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is going to be tough, this, to position around here. I mean, even if we just kind of try and take some of their attention, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, they're having cars up in the next 30 seconds.
Okay, so it's gonna have cars available soon. Samofios is making his move. Trice is looking for him right now.
Air support is going up from the MOB right now. I'm listening to their radio.
Okay, so Soviets stole American radio and now received information about American cars going up in the air.
Near the arsenal truck, grab stingers or iglas, I mean.
Okay, what do we have here? Americans are encircling Regina base right now, which is in the middle of my screen. We have some forward group of 3 Soviets on east side of Regina base, and Americans are getting into position to strike again, hopefully retake it over. Meanwhile, we have Soviet Hind with bombs underneath, heading straight towards American Huey. Weapons to have, weapons as well. Krambam with Cobra, going after Hind right now, also with Gunner. Hind is a very tough position. Cobra has much better maneuverability, and Hind is paying heavy price for this engagement, being set on fire, going down, and absolutely crushing it. An absolutely beautiful splash. 11 out of 10 for the crash. Thank you. Good job, Krambam. And who is the gunner? Gunner is Milk. Okay, our usual suspects. Well done. Okay, looks like meanwhile Soviets took some heavy casualties on the base. I see only 2. Previously there have been at least 5 of them, I think. Samofios died, who was previously here. Happy Panda and I3D are now closing in from the west coast, leaving us only with Trice and Chevkov defending the base. Dr. Panda and Care Holland are pushing from southeast. Soviets are just respawning and rushing back to the base. Looks like Americans are still waiting to reposition. Ah, okay. Looks like we lost Chefkov over here. Yes, we did. Trice is hiding inside this little building. Beautiful splash on Cobra. Wow, beautiful. Cobra was killed by Gerbert Harrison. Well done, beautiful shot. Okay, so Trice being the only one inside the base. Ammo truck is on fire. We've got Mate pushing from behind Soviets. He might actually jump them and cause quite a lot of confusion, perhaps score some kills while shooting them in the back. They might not expect it. Okay, Americans are definitely waiting, and I hear some shots being fired. I'm not sure where from. It was probably Skin 81. I'm not sure who is he shooting at. He's probably trying to just draw some attention to himself so rest of Americans can easily push in, which they do. And it's unfortunate that Americans did not just rush in, because unaware probably there is only one Soviet guarding the base. That's a chance that was unfortunately not being taken. Okay, I wonder if they're having a chit chat about it right now. Why are you backing up? Are you gonna nuke the place, or what's going on? What's the strategy here? I really wonder. Okay, so Soviets meanwhile managed to get back to the base. They're not waiting and not stopping for anything or anyone. Meanwhile, Chefkov is about to get inside this American's back. Hopefully he's gonna be able to kill them both before Ghoul will get here and kill Chefkov instead. I think he expects them to be still there, perhaps? It's a long shot, but ironically it might actually work out for Chefkov. Ghoul is still quite far away, and Soviets are now inside the base already, reinforcing with Trice. Okay, I hear a grenade being unpinned by probably Dr. Panda. That was pretty poorly thrown grenade. Throwing another one anyway. I think they just bounced his own grenade. Okay, Chefkov is about to have a bad day if this American will see him first. Haha. But he did not see him. Well done. Okay, wow. Oh my god. What a clown show. Now to top it off, Dr. Panda could just fall down the cliff, and I would... Come on, do it. Okay.
He just fucking beat Kerr to death.
He technically did it, so yeah, I'll give him that. Thank you for making my day.
Just beat Kerr to death on the other side of this fucking wall.
Oh, we got some barbed wire over here, that's handy. Well done. Okay, so it's our front grenades inside the tree line where Americans are hiding right now.
There's two guys.
There are. Shooting blindly into the tree line. I can't see anyone, so neither can they. Sorry for my English. Looks like I'm having my day off. Okay, going from close, well done. One at the edge of the cliff. Getting absolutely murdered. And the other one is probably this way. Goal is over here. He got knocked out. Perhaps by grenade, maybe falling down, I'm not sure. He was probably just ghoul over here. Remaining one, I mean. Okay, well done. So Soviets are rushing to investigate.
Nice, great hammer.
They're about to find him now. If it bleeds, you can kill it. I think Gerber just found him. Yep. It's gonna take him a prisoner, I suppose. Oh, did not have time to do that. Okay, Cobra is heading back to score some revenge. Scrum bomb with milk again. Hold on, Ghoul is still alive? So maybe he did manage to get him as a prisoner. Okay, so what's with the Digla? Okay, Cobra is coming back. Okay, I would better disperse before you can. Oh, before you are not dead yet.
We need to shoot that thing. Shoot that telly.
That's a good assessment, yeah, I agree.
It's an enemy.
Oh, he probably already used this Igla then. So he's probably running now to get a new one. Meanwhile, we have Americans pushing from west coast on this Regina base. And we have Hind engaging Cobra right now. And Hind being on fire again. Oh my god, Cobra going down as well. With Igla. Okay, Hind is going down in a very fashionable way, dropping all bombs. Okay. Well, we have no cars in the air, we are good guys. Except for Americans taking over our base right now. So 3 Americans, 4 Soviets. And more Americans incoming anytime soon now. Looks like Chevkov is gonna be first to engage, maybe with Gerbert. Gonna reset my VoIP again, just in case. Okay, I-3D just killed one of Soviets. One American down. Soviets are closing in.
I'm not sure if we're like east or southeast of it.
Happy Panda has been discovered by someone, by 2 Soviets on the opposite hill. Chevkov killing mate 1347 AR over here. Right here. Well done. Checking with Soviets on the other hill. Gerbert probably took another prisoner. And that leaves us with Happy Panda and Kara Holland now joining the fight from the south side of Regina Base. They have radio backpack down there, if I remember correctly. Okay, Happy Panda is taking different approach now from the west coast. He's not gonna be talking much now, Carol and Willie.
Back to you guys.
What was the view from that position we were just in? We could do
Okay, there are still enemies in the area of the objective here. Cannot build on the tent. They're still here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back to Twitch.
So they are talking about Kerholand and Happy Panda. These are the closest Americans in the area.
Copy that. Spear, this is Mint. How copy?
Mint Spear, go ahead.
What's your casualty report? How many you given and how many you taken?
We've taken 0 casualties so far defending. We have possibly inflicted 2 on the enemy, not sure.
That's Swift Balkan over here, covering east side of Regina Base.
Meters away, and we've been taking pot shots at them. They definitely aren't approaching any closer.
Well done.
Copy that.
Happy Panda relocating to the north side. Unfortunately, he is very exposed to Soviets waiting on this hill. Soviets that were shooting at him earlier. So if they are gonna spot him with binoculars over there, it's gonna spell the end for him, I think. He's looking for the Soviets from previously. Unfortunately, he's distracted behind.
I think we can safely assume that their cover's going to be back up any minute.
It's also a good assessment, but I don't see it in the air yet. Kerholand got killed meanwhile by Chevkov.
But I'm not sure if there's more.
Well done.
Be advised, the marker is no longer accurate for the strike.
Leaves us only with Happy Panda right now to trying to capture Regina Base.
The enemies retreated somewhere to the southeast of that marker, but we don't have eyes.
Well done. So we have more Americans incoming from east side through Tenant Pass, I believe it's called. LAV now driving towards the base as well. Clay now is driving another LAV to have a backup, I suppose.
Behind to get to infantry if they've got a stinger. He could be targeting you any moment now.
If not with Stinger, it's gonna be this LAV for sure. As soon as they will spot the Hind in the air. Which will probably happen any second now. Unless they are blind as bats. And I think they are because they were not looking. Otherwise I believe they would take a shot if they could. I mean, if they would realize that there is a Hind flying in front of them. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the base. Transport Huey. Transport truck, I believe. Command truck. Construction truck. BM-55 is probably going to score some damage alongside the supply road to Regina Base. Missed play with LAV.
To the left of that destroyed building we were looking at, it's an LAV.
They just noticed LAV over here.
Focus.
Oh, wait. Might be able to just reset my voice again.
Here's basic plan I've got.
I don't see
Try and
nothing.
They spotted us, so be careful.
Blind as bats.
I see exactly right in front of us, 275.
LAV on the road directly next to the marker, directly on the marker.
Too far from me.
Helicopter.
Too far? Copy.
It's backing up. It's backing up to the east. No, it's coming forward, down the hill, towards us west.
So Hind will be actually able to take a good hit on this LAV, it seems. Hind is turning back. Oh, never mind. Oh, I missed it. Damn it. Okay, we have Stinger. Beautiful shot by Stinger on Soviet Hind.
Stinger from behind the LAV took it down.
That was a very good kill by Skin 81. And LAV is on the way.
Okay, who has AT?
That's a good question.
If you do have AT, fall back and help us kill this LAV from the east.
We have 3 Soviets over here, but with no means how to destroy this LAV, it seems.
Coming close like our BTR did.
And who is on the other side? Yeah, okay, this me as spectator and BM55 lurking near Duras.
Sure, I'm right behind you guys, watch out. Getting shots from the east. Alright, about 3 minutes. I'm gonna have to go AFK for 2 or 3 minutes, so just a heads up, but I'll be back.
Now that's one thing you don't want to hear from the commander. Okay, Fedbeard is coming back with supplies and average potato with UAZ. Okay, so LAV seems to be confused about direction they should take. Well, maybe they just tried and then they figured they can't. So I'm not sure which one, but we have meanwhile Sabah taking position. Okay, taking command truck to Sawmill just northeast of Regina base. That's very interesting and good to see. That just spice up things a lot. Meanwhile, LME is getting marked again. Skin 81 and Kevin are shooting down at Soviets to give them something to think about. They're shooting all the way to the base over here. Meanwhile, Soviets are just not giving a fuck, because why would they? They're perfectly safe for the time being. They're just gearing up for the worst times. Setting up the base.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Casually going AFK because, hey, why not? They can afford it.
Is there anyone on Altai with AT? The earliest was the
Who's shooting here?
our previous position.
Oh, it's probably Soviets shooting up the hill. Oh, okay, so they do not know about Sabah.
Grab some AT real quick.
Milk killing BM55
Back behind the bridge.
in stolen jeep. Milk? Okay, so we have Cobra in the air now. Camping Duras. Interesting.
Let's push back there. I think we got AT now.
Yeah, now we're ready for it.
And this was something about
If you come down here, you can flank us from the
RPG.
and get it.
Oh no, okay, my mistake. They were talking about guys that just geared up over here at the base, and now these guys are gonna be able to deal with that LAV if it comes to that. Same with Chevkov and so on. So looks like Cobra over there is waiting for Soviets to do a mistake or maybe just get themselves noticed. Which this hind most likely will do any second now. So we have Krambam 92 taking off right now with his Cobra. Probably lining just behind Hind over here. Hind completely unaware of Cobra's position over here on east side. Wow, beautiful splash on LAV. Gunners down, Samofios is burning, probably unconscious, so he's about to die now, which just happened. Beautiful splash. A kill, whatever. Well done. Textbook kill with those bombs.
Do you have eyes on the LAV TV hit?
We see smoke from the LAV position, so I'm assuming you're dead.
Copy that.
That is a fire.
Okay, Cobra is still waiting for
He's burning as sheet with the
command to strike or move. not sure what's happening here. They're probably waiting to regroup with everyone else, which probably will happen sooner than later, as we have Fungul and Heavy Panda driving with Jeep up to Duras. Then also another command track driven by Roku and having passengers, having his passenger Kerr Holland and mate 1347. Okay, haha, okay, so Soviets got their command truck stolen. By who? Skin, 81 and Kevin, the very two guys that have been causing nuisance over here for the whole time while they have been here on east side of Regina base. Well done. And ironically they are driving it straight towards US command truck, which is suboptimal, I would say, but whatever. It is what it is.
Driving off to the northwest of Regina.
I'm still waiting for the rest of Americans to relocate.
Chance of recovering it.
Is there anyone at MOB to get a new one then?
Okay, I'm gonna position myself somewhere else so I'm not so exposed.
So, are there any vehicles on Altai?
Yes.
So we can take some.
Okay, I'm back. Did I miss anything?
The enemy stole our MCU and the LAV got destroyed. So we should be in the clear now. It looks like it was a lone enemy that stole the MCU.
Looks like Hind lost its tail, so Swiss is having a bit of a hard time to take off and get the proper direction, but he managed. He's getting a small ounce fire towards his Hind, but he's fine with it.
Just kind of make a plan. Next person who dies, since we're going to have to spawn MOB anyway, let's do a helo pickup there and go for
MCU now. We have a new MCU. We had enough supplies.
Cobra is now in the air, reoperating towards the Regina Tower.
You hear it? Okay, I hear it.
Not sure what the plan is. They are aware of Hind's
Where are we
location
going to hide it though? Because
and
they've been
direction.
attacking us from every direction. I don't know if it's going to be safe from.
So they're gonna be probably sniping with Cobra right now. Yep, taking shots.
Where you're gonna put it, just mark it on the map and then try and figure out that spot.
Yeah, let's put it with.
Average Potato getting first hits from Cobra.
We have somebody nearby to try and
defend it. Attacking us right now. Try to hide the MCU first.
Shooting it.
You might get a good hit on the Cobra.
They got Harrison in the MCU.
Cobra is taking off. Those were some good hits. That was good use of Cobra for sure. Caused some confusion. At least 2 kills on the base. Vehicles got also heavily damaged. That does not look good. They might be going for it again. They are definitely getting into position again. Shooting inside the base, I would say again over here at Regina. Shooting all around. Now going for Price. And ha ha ha, got hit by Igla. Beautiful kill. That was by Gerbert Harrison. Beautiful kill. I have to say Cobra played it pretty well and pretty safe. Unfortunately, they maybe got too greedy and could not backtrack in time and paid for it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I have a suspicion that since they used flares, those flares might not have been effective because they have been so close to the ground. I'm not sure if that's what happened. It might have been just, you know, flares not being 100% effective against those heat seekers, as they are not at all times. But I have a suspicion it was due to heli being too close to the ground. That's why they have not
Just
been
pick up
effective.
whoever's at MOB and take them to base E, but don't fly straight from MOB. Fly to the east out over the ocean, and then hug the coast on the north side so they don't see or hear you coming, and then just land on base
It's
E.
like Americans are setting up for defense rather than attack.
If you want to spawn some kind of cheaper helicopter to do it with also, not risk the hind, that might be the play.
Okay, so here we have two mad lads that have stolen that Soviet command truck earlier.
Don't know if we've got CAS, but they are starting to move the command truck east. It's literally at Washington now. I think they're getting ready to move it out.
Or is he setting it up over there, or?
Who's pinging again? What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna take a look. Hey guys, any problem over here?
Nope.
So it was just an accident, that ping, yeah?
I can't get in the gunner.
Alright, good luck. I'm enjoying it so far. Break a leg. Okay, we have a hind with 3 occupants. Considering co-pilot to be an occupant, I should probably say just 2, because they are definitely gonna have a use for the co-pilot now. I'm gonna jump somewhere close, but not too close again. Okay. Meanwhile, Soviets took that time to fortify Regina base even more, all around almost. So we have Americans now gathering at north side. Still this command truck with supplies.
Let's hold off on building new structures and stuff here. These are I'd rather have more ammo for Iglis than more.
Abandoned Soviet truck that Soviets cannot use anymore.
Walls are nice, but they don't
Because
shoot
they
back,
don't
and
even
the
know
fact
what
that
it
there's a mountain
is.
next to us they could shoot over these walls with.
And 3 Americans over here at Duras are taking off towards military base Levy.
Because they keep dropping down the hill and walking up to us, the walls are just...
We have another LAV driven by Clay with no
We're
gunner.
already on a defensible hill, the walls are just... what do you call it? Redundant. BRDM... Yes. Where is the BRDM?
Okay, let's reset voice chat again.
Shots north.
Okay, so we have 2 Americans stalking Soviets over here.
Hey, Twisp, there's no light vehicle bay, there's only the heavy.
Okay, Americans got spotted by Regina base and getting shot by MG Nest.
We got at least 2 contacts in town of Regina.
2 contacts he's talking about those 2 Americans we're watching right now.
Okay, I'll bring you ammo in the backpack. No SV.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I hear BRDM perhaps. Yeah, I see BRDM in the middle of my screen pushing from east side of this position, exactly what I'm looking at.
Vehicle coming from the east on the road.
Wait, hold on. Is that... okay, so that's Soviet-driven vehicle by BM-55, but I think it was Skin 81 now who just shot bazooka towards this BRDM.
1 passenger driver.
Yeah, that was definitely Skin 81 over here.
you
trail
on the
of the
BTR?
rocket or...
Nice, okay.
Make sure he's dead.
We have enemies right outside here.
BRDM shooting at something now? Oh, he's shooting at the building preemptively, I suppose. Just in case they will be hiding behind it. I don't think BRDM can penetrate the building, but it might be hiding around it. I mean, they could be hiding around it. They were talking about this transport Huey with machine guns on the side. Crumbomb exchanged with Milk their Cobra for LAV. Clay meanwhile is taking his LAV away from Tenant Pass towards Regina Base.
Copy that.
He's about to enter shooting range with that LAV. And Soviets are now closing in on those two Americans inside his house.
We are pinned down on enemy armor marker. If we can get casts, multiple enemy surrounding us.
I believe you are gonna get something else soon through that window.
Alright, well we're doing very well right now. If we can survive...
One kill. Partial kill.
Really?
Another one. What I can't see can't hurt me. Ah, okay.
I got you now, boy.
See you later.
Well done. So Trice managed to kill both of them. I'm not sure who threw those grenades, but it was kill well done anyway for both of you.
I repeat, 2 enemies down at the house.
Okay.
Additional supplies dropped off at the arsenal. Thank you very much. How many did you get shot by guys or shot at by guys on the far side of town when you came in? Yes, I did. How many would you guess there are over there? 1, maybe 2. Okay, copy that. Yeah, Gerb, you and Treese, hang out down there in town so we have somebody who can react to contact. If they push up to us, you'll be in their area and flank them at least. Well done, everybody. I think if we survive these next 10 minutes, we're gonna pretty much win the game when the ticket bleed starts.
Well done. Okay, so Milk and Crumbomb 92 are still on the way. Clay is probably waiting for them to have final push on this Regina base. And hopefully Derwin, Panda and some of you are gonna be able to get in position in time for those two LAVs to make the final push. And hopefully Americans are gonna get their final chance for retaking the Regina base. Or not. Okay.
Inflicting casualties does work.
Wow. Well done. Okay, so Twist is asking for debrief on Soviet side. I might wait here for that. Let's take a look. If he meant on Soviet side in the game, I suppose. Okay, should be same layout. So Soviet side, let's take a look.
at least 2. So.
We did so well
maybe
this
one
game.
AI.
Yeah, we did so well, they just gave us the win.
I mean, we had the perfect defensive positions. Just keeping their heads down in the rain.
They did do a few good things right. You know, they took the high ground with that LAV, and they took at our command truck once, and they slipped up and killed several of us on the point several times, but they never did all those things at the same time, which is their problem. They have the right moves, but they don't do them in coordination.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah. They did attack us from all sides pretty much, but just not at once.
Well, that's what I enjoy with playing with HSC so much is there's no individual player that's really better than everybody else, but as a group, because I find that it's so much more receptive among us that we coordinate and do things together that it just, I'd rather have 10 guys doing mediocre things at the same time than 2 guys being exceptional.
I completely agree.
One at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't care how good you are. If you shoot me, the guy standing next to me is going to shoot you.
He's pretty mediocre.
I know I'm mediocre at gunfighting. I regularly get wasted in CQB just looking at completely the wrong direction. I mean, last event we did, I was looking at one door, I moved my sight, and I fooled myself with the back of my iron sight. I thought someone walked into the room, and I shot at the fucking wrong wall. They didn't even know I was in there. Then he walked in and shot me. I think it was Treese, I think maybe got me, or
What?
on the it was the last season security we did. We were on the point. It was that building right next to the point. I was sitting in the hallway of the building, and then started shooting like 30 seconds before y'all walked in.
What was that about no backcapping? Was there a rule on that, or?
It doesn't matter what the rule is when nobody follows it.
I mean, that's not supposed to be a rule, because it's not supposed to be possible at all in the game mode, but it's broken, so it is possible.
Wait, who did it then last season secure? That was way bigger backcapping than this one.
I mean, Clay did it.
That was unintentional.
You commanded it, Twist, you commanded that.
Yes,
yeah, but he didn't know that he was going to capture.
I specifically commanded him to get into the overwatch position over the base and capture it only after we captured the previous one, but he captured it anyway.
Okay.
Clay was telling him the same thing. He was telling him not to do it. I told him the same thing. Like, we're gonna go as a group to the first point, and it was me and Core. I don't know if Core's here today, but like,
yeah,
both times at the start of the round and after the reset, it was just me and Core. There you are, Core. Yeah, driving in the fucking command truck to the first point, killing the AI by ourselves and capping the point, and then going to the next one. Like, they didn't listen to anything. Didn't listen to Clay, didn't listen to me, didn't listen to Twisp, or was it you, Swiss? No, Twisp. I get you all mixed up because your names sound so alike.
Yeah, I just followed commands for getting guys at base E, so yeah.
Well, I just want to thank y'all again, because it was a very frustrating and boring experience being on. I pretty much gave up on Season Secure because I was playing on the Beardo side several times in a row, and I just kept having such boring, bad experiences because of the way they play. It just kind of takes the fun out of it. But I just want to thank y'all all again, because working together as a team is what makes ArmA fun. I've got a little maxim I've made where ArmA is a social game before it ever becomes a milsim game. And if you can't work together as people and be friends, then what's the point?
Soviet all the way, bro.
One more question. Was our goal reached? We had at the start. Having fun?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had.
I want to say
I had a lot of
left
fun.
the event early last time because I was just so rattled by. I misunderstood what I should have been expecting, because I'd only done one PvE event before. I was expecting it to be more like the Kunar event we did.
Yeah,
but
so did
having watched the replay, it made a lot more sense. What I should have been expecting was like mayhem.
Yeah, those are wrong expectations, because most PvE stuff we do is mostly casual stuff, like what was yesterday. The one on Kunar was an exception in how serious and milsim it was.
Well, and I did watch a good chunk of the replay to see kind of from
Red's perspective, how he was thinking and what he was doing. I was very impressed with how much he was able to do, how quickly. That was pretty impressive. You know, he was all over the place, which is great, but it just wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is part 2 of the campaign that started on a Kunar, now in Pakistan. So that should be fun as well.
Yeah, is that the briefing I read where we're playing as the locals?
No, that's only on Friday. Tomorrow I decided to do another one that we still play as Americans. That's a quick one with no proper briefing. Just a petrol.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Alright, I'm gonna head off from start to upload.
Alright.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
We do want to upload. Did he say?
Yep.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Nice. I'll do the same.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully he'll edit out all my cursing I did when I got shot.
I had music only 2 times.
I don't think he really minds music, honestly.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, he uploads to YouTube, so it can't be copyright music, surely. Or where you can hear it very well, because then it'd get flagged.
The streams got taken down. It's not that bad. Lion doesn't care, but it's better for all of us if it just stays online and not get flagged.
Doesn't that give him a strike on the channel, though?
I want him. He said no, but yeah, it should. But yeah, it's three strikes and the channel is gone.
For copyright strikes,
if it's just copyrighted, it's not a strike. They're just gonna do something. For example, they might tell me you cannot monetize this video, or they're gonna tell me you're gonna have to cut this video out, or we're gonna cut entire sound for entire video. But I still do have option after the upload to cut only specific chunk of the video. I mean, it's sound. It's not a big deal. The worst case scenario, I would just re-upload it. Yeah, so it's not a problem for me. I don't really care all that much.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not gonna incentivize you to play music and blast it into the battleground or into the battle zone to do that. No, but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it either.
So is our rule of thumb that if we're gonna play music, it should be over proxy and not the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, I like the idea of kind of playing as if the radio's on when we're in a convoy or something, like, because then it's
that's
makes
what
more
I do
sense.
in the
Like
heli.
we got nothing to fucking do. Let's play some
all
music
sing
and keep the
together
mood going.
in the convoy.
Well, I did write 7 pages of fucking convoy ideas I've got, and I've got to shorten it down because it's.
I'm interested in using it.
Yes,
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
Send it over to us.
Give us elevator pitch for last for the remaining 20 seconds. Go.
Well, it's basically it's very simple, but it's like a tree, right? It starts with a seed and you can grow out from there. My basic idea is you have 3 parts: a recon element, assault element, a support element. Just like a individual squad has rules, just make the convoy work like a larger group unit, and that's kind of the idea I have. Where, like we did at Bread's event, you know, sending the scouts out early, that busted the game because now we're not driving into like the zone we should have been, where things would have been more as we expected. And that's why I mentioned the Kunar event when I started doing those, or asking us to do helo drops. Like, I should have been able to, or I didn't even realize Brett was hosting it. I should have contacted him first and say, hey, is this going to mess up what you're planning to do? Because that was the 2nd time in a row where, you know, me thinking outside the box kind of messed up what the game master had in mind to do.
It didn't really mess anything up though. It does force the game master to think on their feet and react quickly to what you are doing as the player, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it was still fun in both events. So I really don't see any issue with it, honestly, as the game master or as the player.
It might not be wrong, but it puts the GM on the spot, right? Like, the GM is someone who has thought about.
That's not a bad thing. the GM can be put on the spot, and it's a good thing when the players think out of the box. And
well, I'm just going off what Brett said. I listened to the AR and the replay, and he mentioned that he felt like because of the system I was like just us scouting, he felt like he had to throw a lot more at the same time than he was planning, which, you know, it's not bad to make him think on his feet, and you know it's good for everybody. But it's also, you run the chance of you're going to make more mistakes when you think on your feet, and it kind of sucks. I feel like if I was a GM and I'd made this plan, I don't want somebody coming in and messing up the plan that I had made, because now I have, like, everything I've prepared has been thrown out the window.
Yeah, but if I'm the GM and the other player, feel free to do anything, because I'm totally fine with it. I'm fine with being under pressure, and I'm fine with the players thinking out of the box, and it's fun anyway. So like, don't be afraid of doing it, right? Don't try to think like, what does the GM want me to do? No, try to be immersed and try to have fun and try to do whatever is you think is the best thing you could possibly do in that situation if it was in real life.
I mean, and next time Bradman will be way more prepared for that. So it was training for him. He will learn from that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure of that, because you know it's sometimes people are not so much set in their ways, but like we were talking about, you know, y'all had more fun because you were expecting it to be the way it was, and if I had properly managed my expectations in the beginning, I would have been more prepared for how chaotic it was, and I would have had fun too. But because I couldn't wrap my head around fast enough, like, this is going to be a shit show, expect that, then it would have been more fun. But at the same time, I don't want to have other people, they're coming in expecting one kind of game. You know, I just want to make sure everyone's having fun, whether it's the players, the game master, and whoever's doing each role. So some people get set in their ways and they're like, this is how we do things. We don't want you to come in and upset the apple cart. We don't want new things. We just want the same thing over and over again. And that's what I wanted to make sure of, because I feel like a lot of the time I'm only having fun if I'm thinking outside the box and busting up the expectations.
In this case, feel free to keep doing that.
Does everyone feel that way, or is... Does anyone disagree?
No. I agree with you. I would perhaps just say that I try to give capable people, or at least people that want to try, that honestly want to try anything, like GMing for example in this case, to give room for mistakes and to give them room for improving. And improvement does not come without mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. We don't care if you make mistakes of any kind, as long as you see them as a room for improvement and overall fun in the end. As long as we are having fun, which means we can always laugh at something, it's fine. You see that even, for example, Clay just like always can fuck something up right before the match. And to be fair, I am quite furious about it, but on the other hand, we still can laugh about it at the beginning of the match, and we can still make it work, and we can still have fun. So this is exactly the type of environment I'm trying to create. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, explore new things, explore new ideas, go with it. Just give it a shot, try, have fun. That's all.
Okay, I do have a follow-up question to that. This is just my pet peeve. I really don't mind people making mistakes either. My question is, what kind of threshold do we want to set for the repetition of those mistakes?
I mean, I would say that a healthy-minded person is probably gonna do mistake once, then probably is gonna realize it, then maybe is gonna do it once more time, or once again, perhaps because he forgot over time, and that's about it. So I would assume that if you are really into this, you will realize it on your own, and probably you will keep making very few mistakes, at least I mean when it comes to those that you already made in the past. We don't have any specific threshold. Yeah, if we would have problem with you or anyone else for that matter, that they would be just annoying the way they do things, we would very calmly and reasonably approach them in private and tell them, okay, maybe you're overlooking this, so try to focus on this, make it work better. Yeah, we try to be encouraging, not the other way.
Yeah,
so don't worry about it. If something would be wrong, we would very calmly tell you that.
Because I find the two ways that people often repeat mistakes without intending is they aren't aware they're making a mistake, or they're aware they're making a mistake, but it's such an ingrained habit because they've been doing it that way so long that even though they know they want to change it, it's, you know, they forget about it in the moment and do it anyway. Does that make sense? Like
I think yes. Look, if for example that would be the worst case, if you wouldn't be able to understand that you made a mistake that other people don't want you to do, then I guess if it would not be game-breaking mistake, if it would be just something, for example, you keep forgetting, I don't know, tell people what to do sometimes, you forget to tell them, hey, grab that RPG, and then in that case, they have brains on their own, right? So they can instead keep telling each other, hey, he's probably gonna forget again to tell this guy to grab that RPG, so we're gonna tell him instead, you know? We are gonna work around your mistakes, you know?
Yes, I agree. I like that philosophy of
I mean, at least that's the philosophy of players over here. We are trying to be helpful. We are not trying to point fingers. That's not what we do. So if you're gonna have some shortcomings, we will try to work around them for you.
Yeah, I like that idea as well, because I think if we were to say triple the number of people at any given event, it's very likely that we would have to triple the number of GMs just to manage how much would be going on. And you know, for example, what I noticed in the replay with Red was, you know, the planning side did not excel at that, but the execution, you know, he was all over the map. Like, I could not have done, if I practiced being a GM for a year, I would not be able to do as much as quickly as he did, just getting stuff done on the map. You
It
think
takes
so?
practice.
Yes, it's not that hard. It's
Yeah.
operations and you figure it out, really. It's
I
not
don't
that
know.
hard.
Because I've played StarCraft in games like that before, where you have to jump around the map and then move things in front of your face. And it's just something that I find, that would be one of my areas I know I'm weak at, but I could see he was very strong on it.
Look, Alexandra, if it would be your case that you wouldn't be simply as fast as we are in this particular thing, again, it's not a problem. Give it a try. You might fail when it comes to, for example, the fastness of it all, but that's not a problem.
I just meant, I meant in the sense of as we grow, or if we grow, that would be something where
right, that
we
room
have
for improvement,
specialization
yeah.
where each person, yeah, or rather than trying to get us all to improve in every area, we could also just rely on, some of us have specific talents.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you would feel, yeah, even if you would feel like something we do as game masters, for example, is not really down your alley, you can always do something else instead. You know, for example, we have lots of operations we normally do outside of Season Secure every day, and each of us, I believe, each of us has their own beloved ones. Let's say, yeah. I have my own type of operations I wrote myself and I like to run, and the other guys, they have their own, you know, and they are of course allowed to do my operations as well and vice versa, but it's just, for me, it's more comfortable to do whatever I came up with, and sometimes I can do what they came up with, but naturally I enjoy what I wrote, right, and what I imagine for myself to be doing, to be good at. So that could apply to you, for example, as well. In general, try new things. Feel free to fail at them to some extent. That's not an issue. Just try to discover your new talents. And if you will find that something is maybe slightly out of your reach for whatever reason, it's not a problem for us. If you want to keep getting better at it, go ahead. If you would feel more comfortable doing something else, again, go ahead.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I do think pretty radically different about what, I don't know, I have a lot of options about what I would try and offer the attendees at any given event as an experience, but let me, since we've got some of you here, let me just run this idea past you and see how it sounds, because I think I spoke to Twisp, maybe Chef. All your accents kind of run together. I mean, y'all ain't from
European
around here,
soup.
that's all I know.
True.
Yeah. But kind of, because I come from such a PvP background, it's going to be hard for me to kind of leave that behind, and those, because there's so many things I've learned in habit and in subtleties that are just, I'm not even aware of things that I do that are just because they're from PvP versus PvE. And one of those fundamental things is that basically the AI is not a threat until you get close enough. And so if I was to plan an event, it would be around trying, if we're going to go against AI, I would only want to fight them in CQB because that's the only time they're a challenge, at least for me. But that's something I would want to run by you guys.
Not
Can we
necessarily,
kind
I
of-
would say.
Yeah.
Or
make him
you can start with running PvP operations. To get yourself comfortable, then you can maybe start every now and then AI units. We sometimes do that as well. Just because something is written down doesn't mean it has to be followed step by step.
I did
You are
go through and look at some of the replays of some of the different events. I looked at the list of events like Clean Sweep. I went and looked at that replay a few times too, and that looked very interesting.
yeah, exactly what I mean.
I think I mentioned this before, but the
Take a
idea I would
template and
have
run
is
with it.
I read your mission statement from the Google Docs. How old is that document? Is that something you still...
It's quite old.
Almost
I should update
8
it.
months. 8 months.
Like in general, the idea is still there, but I should take a look at it again probably. So what
is
caught
that
your
something-
attention?
Well, do you remember the gist of it, or?
I do, yes.
Okay. So is that something that's still aspirational and we've adapted since then to, you know, what we've actually got going on, or is
Yes.
it, okay, so that's, so I read that and found, oh wow, that's very similar to what I would have wanted to do if I was going to run Game Master events in the first place, which is to, the key point I noticed was that we want, as it was described in the mission statement, we want to run our operations on the live HQC vanilla server. And what I took from that was that it's a server where people are having a headquarters conflict, and then we as the HSC come in and do our operation in that environment where there are other players already active. Is that correct?
We did that when there was a time when we actually had full servers and we tried to do it on a live running game. That was the whole idea behind it, yes.
Yeah.
I've done similar on NA on War Pigs and some other places, but I think one of the big points I saw in the mission statement also is that moderation, you know, is a huge problem on these other servers. That, you know, being able to run an operation like that, you have to be able to protect yourself from the stupid and malicious players on your team, even more than the enemy team. And I have been searching high and low for any server. I even tried to make my own and populate it, where moderation would make actual ArmA possible, because just to explain why, I feel like the mentality of a lot of people in the modern world leaves them vulnerable to protecting themselves from the downsides of stupidity, right? Like, I feel like people will ban people for being aggressive, for being toxic, for being all these list of things. They will allow someone who is so stupid that they ruin the game for other people. They will let them be there. They will let them dominate the server even. I find a lot of these servers, what happens especially in North America, is that unemployed people who are not just looking for work, but people who will probably never work effectively because they just don't have that in them, they have nothing to do all day. So they jump into the server and they fill up the server. And so you have, even though there's still a mix of players of different kinds, you have enough losers that they become the dominant minority in the server. And then when people get off work and kind of more normal people come in the afternoons after work, they trickle in through the queue. They don't come in all at once, right? The losers, they get on at 10 o'clock when they wake up from being on since 3 o'clock in the morning. That's who fills up 24/7 servers, I find, a lot. And so there's a lot of servers that have a minority of very good players, very good teammates, I should say, because there's a lot of people who are good players and bad teammates as well.
I agree with you on that. I mean, it would probably sound very disrespectful if we would generalize the player base all of them like this, but there is definitely something to it what you just said, and I would be happy to just play on someone else's server if those servers were good enough. But I tried few of them, and by trying I mean I really played there for weeks, sometimes even months, and there was always some key issue. It was either moderation or lack of it, I mean, or just
I've got about
things were not good enough.
3,000 hours of the same thing. And I just am a stubborn, stupid person that just never gave up on trying to make that work, and it just doesn't work. You don't have the moderation team behind you. I'll give you an example. We were at, what's it called? Camarak. And we were getting ready to attack Coastal Base Morton, and we had about 30 to 40 guys out of the team there by the time we'd assembled this. Me and one of the admins, Blakey Lee with War Pigs. Great guy. Really sharp. But in order to prepare for this, because you can't get people to do supply runs, this is it's vanilla conflict, not headquarters commander. We ran back and forth to the nearby supply depot, built up enough supply there so that people could spawn and spawn their vehicles. And then I did a call over the radio and said, hey, we're meeting at this codename base, and about this long, like 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Show up there if you want to be part of an attack on this base, which was Morton, but we used the codenames. So about 30 to 40 people turned up. And the problem, though, is that some dipshit decided he was also in charge of this, and while I was organizing things on the radio and doing all that with Lee, he's talking to guys in proxy and saying, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that, and he's kind of upsetting the apple cart. Which is fine if he's taking initiative and makes sense, but what he did is instead of us spawning Jeeps and Humvees, which would be enough vehicles with the supply we had for 40 guys to have maybe 10 or 12 vehicles, we had 3 LAVs. Then you've got 30 to 40 guys piling in 3 LAVs and 1 BTR, and then they just fucking they just drive into the ocean. It's like, we could have taken a 5-minute drive on the road, but now we're going to take a 20-minute drive across the ocean and onto the fucking Lighthouse Peninsula, and then we gotta...
Okay, that image
say
is
all that to
verifiable.
say, I say all that to say is, the guy I was with was the admin, but because Warpigs has a policy where he can't intervene and tell that guy, hey, shut the fuck up, you're not in charge here. That's a dumb idea. And I'm just another player on the server, right? Everything is voluntary because I'm just offering people the opportunity to participate in a plan I'm offering. What would your response be in that situation to how that guy was upsetting the apple cart and kind of making the operation that if we were HSC, we were trying to conduct an operation this way that we'd pre-planned. If someone comes in and tries to disrupt that, what would your response be?
To be honest, from my experience of running lots of PvE servers,
I'm sorry, this is a question for Lion and the HSC guys, the people who are going to be actually making the decision on their servers about that.
Well, fair enough, but very quickly, since we finished PvP, and I want to debrief on that, I think we're pretty clear that no, there shouldn't be any backcapping, so I think just going forward, just make sure we're calling people out for that.
It just needs to be fixed in the mod to not be possible at all.
I know, I get it. It's annoying.
We're in a chat with Clay right now to, like, I don't know, someone already suggested to maybe just pause these events until it's fucking fixed, because we can't expect people to not do it, and we can't watch everyone. It just can't be possible at all. It can't be possible.
I get it. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Was Blue 4 purposefully not backcapping this round?
You're not supposed to back. You shouldn't be possible. We didn't see your back bases. We only saw your your frontline bases. So
we saw all the bases.
Yeah, we were wondering about that because when we highlighted your Duras base on the map and the it looked to us like you had signal to our back bases, so we assumed that was possible.
No. So yeah, just a bit unfortunate. I know. My guys were all enjoying that game, and then all of a sudden it was just finished. I was like, what the fuck?
We didn't even realize. There was. I talked to Clay, there was like 2 lone wolves going there. We didn't even knew them, but yeah, none of us realized. We were busy defending the mid base.
Well, those 2 guys dropped by helicopter?
Yeah, I saw a lot of new names joining in the last 30 minutes.
I suspected they weren't HCS, so yeah, just a bit annoying. I think I just organised the guys as well, so I thought we were going to give you a hard time, and then it's just over.
It's absolutely annoying, yeah. I understand you.
But cool. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that, but I'll let you guys get back to your chat. But
thank you.
But thanks for letting us know. We wanted feedback, even if it's bad. So thanks for letting us know.
On a positive note, everyone was enjoying that game a lot today. So
that's good.
So
good to hear.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you back here on Thursday probably.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you on Thursday then.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace.
Bye.
So Felix and River asking about what we would do in your situation, right? I mean, as admins. Quick recap. So I know I remember it correctly. You said that you were planning some organization within live server, and then someone else came in and started to talk into it and do his own thing with people that you wanted to coordinate. Yes.
Yes, just to remind everyone, it was, to give the exact context, me and one other guy ran supplies in preparation for the operation, because in a public server, no one runs supplies. They're just all asking for it. So in order to do anything, you have to get the supplies accumulated in order to ask them to do it, because if I just ask them, hey, show up at this base, there's not enough supply there for that, because they use it all up if 40 guys spawn there. But yes, once those 40 guys arrived, there was one guy who was trying to do his own thing within that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing was dumb. Not that I mind that. Like Perfect Monster, right? Perfect Monster was taking charge of his guys, but in coordination with the people around him, as opposed to just, I don't know, like a monkey wrench in the gears. But did that make sense?
I think it does. I think we were discussing some time ago similar situations, and my general rule of thumb is that the guy that made this confusion, he did not do technically anything wrong, I guess, so far. At least nothing you told me about. So I, as admin, I would, I guess, try to compensate that. If I would be overseeing the whole thing, I would understand exactly what's going on, and he would not be breaking any rules explicitly. I guess I would let it go, but if, for example, you would be missing supplies because some idiot just took them away and used them for something useful, I, as admin, would have no problem to just throw extra supplies into the base. Ideally, not even tell you about it, because suddenly you would notice, oh, hey, hold on, there is 2,000 supplies more for suddenly.
Exactly what I was.
And to compensate that for the other team, I would probably do also the same thing for one of their bases in similar locations, similar situation, and so on. So at least no one could really accuse me as admin to what's the word? What's the phrase? To be biased.
Favoritism?
Yeah. So at least I would try to do that, to give extra supplies to both teams, and on your side it would happen to be in the base I think it's gonna be most useful at.
Right.
And at the same way I could do the same way for other team as well. If there would be, for example, base with shit ton of guys that literally would have no supplies, no vehicles, nothing. Hey, I'm just gonna throw in 2,000 extra. If they use it wisely, great for everyone involved. If they use it poorly, well, I tried, right? So.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that, because I read in the mission statement that
just keep the fun
there was
going.
Something about exactly right. I don't want to stop him from doing what he wants to do, but in order, the dynamic that was in place is that in order for me to allow him to do what he wants to do, it stops me from doing what I want to do.
Mm.
And I think that's the experience a lot of us have on these public servers, is that when we try and do something more like what we want out of ArmA, it's not possible when these other people.
Not on usual servers, no.
In the same server. Right. Because it's not about punishing people who don't just follow the rule. Like, this is the server. This is how we do things.
Yeah,
here.
no one wants that.
It's about. Right. It's about protecting each player's opportunity to have a play style. Like this was in the mission statement.
That's well said.
ArmA is a sandbox milsim. There should be plenty of room for everybody in the sandbox to do their own thing. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad I got that answer, because I've been looking for somebody to give me that answer. You know,
I'm good at telling people what they want to hear.
well, I don't know if you're telling me what you want to hear, but it sounds like what you already think based off what you wrote in your document. It aligns pretty closely.
Well, I'm trying to be empathetic, and I'm trying to do exactly what I would want other admins on other servers to do for me, you know, even in situation like you described. And one more thing that I would like to also add to this before I'm gonna forget, and I'm already forgetting. So we were discussing this compensation through admin. Yeah, I wanted to also point out, just like we were discussing those mistakes from admin or GM side, and the fact that mistakes happen again. If, for example, you as GM on our server or admin on our server would handle this differently, and even, let's say, poorly, at least from our point of view, and we would know about it, we would again approach you about it in private, and very reasonably try to explain to you alternatives to what you could have done. For example, hey, instead of banning that guy or kicking that guy out of the server or telling him to shut the fuck up or whatever, let's not do that. Here are other options. Options that would not prevent him from playing for because he didn't break technically any rules, any hardcore rules. And you could have done it better for everyone by, for example, giving more supplies to both teams at that time. That's what we try to do, because like, hey, people do mistakes and not everyone on the server became good admin overnight, right? Me included. So
yeah, and if we enforce a policy where we only want players who play a certain way, you're never going to fill up a server that way.
yeah. Plus, as I said before, I would much rather, and I stand by it for always still, I would rather have more admins and rather to keep improving admins and prevent them from failing than have very few admins and either have them burning out or having them making mistakes, which is also what I was complaining about on other servers. Too very few admins, and even if those admins would be perfect, which they have not been, it's not good. More admins is always better, as long as they are good enough.
Yep, I agree completely. I saw that in the mission statement. It gave me hope as well as to what insight it gave me to your thinking on that, because having spent 3,000 hours on so much of ArmA where it's like that, it's I do see what you're talking about in a little bit more I don't know, maybe more or less detail, but I've been in communication with some of the top people in Warpigs and AWG about what is your policy towards this, that, and the other, and what are your personnel problems. And Warpigs in particular went through multiple cycles where they had lots of admins, but none of them fucking did their job. I talked to the guy, I can't remember his name, but it was after the 1.6 update. And basically things fell apart for about a month because everybody was trying to get that new update bonus to their servers, but everyone was still used to playing the old way. But he hopped in, and he just happened to be in the game with me and this other guy. We got to talking about what's going on behind the scenes there, and he said basically they probably had 40 to 50 admins, I want to say. It was 30 to 40, but he said within just the first month or so, literally he was in charge of recruiting, processing, and hiring, and then setting a schedule for the admins for all the Warpig servers. That was his role at that time. And he said basically within a week of recruiting them, none of them were doing what they were asked to do. Like, I regularly remember being in Warpigs games where something would happen, I would have to go to their group voice comms, and like they were watching a guy live stream himself driving down the road in a fucking truck, like a 18-wheeler truck, like to deliver, I don't know, carrots to Walmart or something. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you're here, you're online, why aren't you doing your job that you signed up for? that was the laziness side of it. But the other thing you mentioned was burnout. I've seen other servers where they've got 3 good guys in charge of 7 servers. How do you ask more from them?
You don't. It's impossible.
And the line you had in your mission statement about, I don't care about how long you've been in Discord, I care about what do the other players think of you. Found that very relevant and telling as well, because that's what matters. You want people who want to agree with the policies and rules that are being given to them. And I think that's missing on a lot of these other servers as well. I think I'm just very surprised and pleasantly surprised by how much of HSC is just harmonious. You know, y'all get along well.
Because
but I should say we, I guess.
I think 2 things. Because we are trying to be friendly, we are trying to be place where you can fail and where you can learn from your mistakes. Because again, we all do mistakes time to time. And second, we try to be very wary of people that are just being in for trouble, if that makes sense. Like, we are very on that. As soon as we spot someone who is just trying to be malicious or is just being edgy or something like that, we are immediately on on alert and just waiting for the guy to kind of fuck up and to just give us the justification to just get him out.
But to be fair, we had like almost no cases like that, right?
I was going to say the same thing. I've not seen one instance, much less one person like that here. Doesn't seem like however you're drawing players in, you are not casting a wide net that's drudging up the sludge from the bottom.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was trying to say. We try to lead by example, by a good example, and therefore hopefully gonna attract mostly people like us. But we also, at least I am trying to be very aware of people that are just trying to do some bullshit and cause drama and so on. So at least I'm gonna give them that courtesy of telling them, hey, I don't think you should be doing this, I don't like it, and because I'm in charge, or other admins can say that as well, I'm giving them quite a lot of freedom on just approach people on their own and have them some what's the word? Decisions, important decisions to do on their own, because I believe that over time we already know each other. They are capable of doing that. They are on the same wave. It works. So both positive and that defensive approach seems to be working for us pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I've been reluctant to post about anything. I mean, I've had only good experiences with HSC, and it's been two or 3 weeks now, maybe 2 weeks.
It's been a while though, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very reluctant to post about it on my social media, and I used to post practically everything I did, whether it was good or bad, just bitch or compliment about it. But I'm reluctant to post about it because I know, you know, any given TikTok video, I've had 2 or 3 get 50,000 views, which is basically everybody who follows Reforger on Twitch. You know, there's whatever the unit sold, there's a core player base within that unit sold that actually play ArmA once a week, once a month. And I've had some videos, I'm pretty sure went out to a good chunk of them. You never know which one it's going to be, and I'm reluctant to do that and say, hey, here's a great spot with great players, because that doesn't necessarily mean that when that video gets traction that it's going to be only players like us that want what we want that come in.
Look, any advertisement is good advertisement. Worst case scenario, we're gonna have to ban some people, that's all.
Right, we have enough admins to be ready for that, hell
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly, that's the whole idea.
Well, and let me give you some statistics, because having talked to, or I didn't talk to him, but it was a comment on one of my videos, Major Pickles, he's the owner of all the War Pigs stuff. Recently, some of the servers branched off to become We the People. Those are the servers they owned. I don't know if y'all heard about that. But
I did.
Yeah, one of the stats that I had not encountered before was he left a comment responding to someone else on one of my videos. I can't remember what it was about on YouTube, but explaining that they see 2,000 unique players come through their server every week, which 2,000 divided by 7 is however many hundreds of people every day divided by the hour. You know, there's And having joined their server so many times, it's like, okay, there's a 25-person queue in this server, 25 to 30. It takes me 5 to 10 minutes to get through. That means that there's dozens and dozens of people joining and leaving every few minutes on those servers. And that's because they occupy a particular niche in the ArmA Reforger server and social media landscape. People buy Reforger, go to the server browser, they try official, they don't like it because it's boring, there's not enough people at any point in the map. So they go to the community, they don't want to download the mods, they want to play right now. They don't want to play the tutorial because it's boring. So they hop into vanilla servers. And I noticed that a lot of the HSC servers are vanilla to try and be welcoming like that. And I guess what I'm asking is, can you handle 2,000 players coming a week?
Absolutely no.
Watch me.
But I don't think we're going to get there.
Well, in the mission statement it said you wanted to be one of the premier NA and EU communities.
Well, having seen some hiring then, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Having seen Warpigs be one of the premier communities in spite of all their ineptitude and problems. Now, they get the traffic no matter how well or bad they do. They used to fill up 4 to 5 servers out of their 7 every single day, 24 hours a day. Now they're down to just 1.
I mean, we've been pretty busy, to be honest, pretty busy just moderating one full server. We had like 8 admins flying around in both teams, like constantly. It was quite fun. But more servers than that, we would probably not be able to manage at this point.
Right, and that's why I asked that question, because I know you said that being positive over past experience, but it's contrast between the scale that could happen and what you've experienced previously is enormous.
Look, we can always try to wing it, like Twisp says. We can always try to adapt, look for new solutions. I'm just gonna throw something that came to my mind right now. I'm not saying this is what we would end up doing, but for example, if we really could not cope with so many people joining, leaving, joining, leaving, joining, leaving, maybe we could decide at that point, hey, okay, we are gonna open servers that are gonna be kind of like a copy of our public servers. We're just gonna make them whitelisted, and we are gonna whitelist only people that are getting good references from either admins or players, or something like that, you know, and maybe take it from there. You know, it's not gonna be the end of the day when there is gonna be too many people trying to get in. They won't all get in. At some point we are gonna have to decide what people will get in.
Glad to hear that as well, because the most consistently successful server, I'd say, in all categories, and I haven't seen it from the inside, I've only seen it from social media on the outside, is the Eastern Front in North America. Have you heard of this? Anybody?
I did, but never played it.
No, I
I've
haven't
never played
heard
it
of it.
either. But it's whitelisted with a password. I don't even know how you get in. It's a
exclusive.
It's a Ukraine-Russia hardcore server. Basically, I'm pretty sure all you gotta do is join the Discord and not be a dickhead to get in.
Probably.
That's enough of a hurdle to keep out the general public, and it's consistently full. I would say probably half the content creators I see on YouTube under ArmA Reforger in North America, they play and record from there because it's a safe environment for them in which to do so. And if you're looking to be the EU NA version, I'm glad to hear that already comes to mind for you, because I do think that would be the logical next step. Is public servers for HSC are the public servers, and we just have to accept a certain level of a certain level from that. You know, we expect it to be what it is, but we pluck the tallest flowers from those spaces, or allow the cream to rise to the top, if that's a good metaphor, and then use that on there.
Look, for example, at the very beginning, which is, let's say, 9 months from now back, I decided to quit EXD because of all those things that we have discussed before on public vanilla servers. I was not happy there. I said I would like to try and help as admin to moderate your server, because honestly it's unplayable for me, and at this point
do it.
Yes, someone's gonna do it. I would like to do it for you. They said no, because we have specific requirements. I said okay, I do not want to follow your requirements, so I'm just gonna go. Thanks for wasting my time for the last 6 months. or wasting my time to try to improve this environment for you as a player, a squad leader, pilot,
I know
so
that
on.
feeling. That's me on Warpigs.
Yeah.
I had the same issue. That's why I left EXD.
Yeah, Gerbert came from EXD with me after some
I'm
point.
actually banned from AXD. I never did anything, but I'm banned because...
Same. Yeah, because I advertised my server on Reddit too much, I guess.
Well, I didn't even do anything. It was, what was his name? Dale Sutherland, or Dade Sutherland. He and I played there once, just once, and it was right around the Iranian stuff when it first kicked off, and he named our squad Queers for Iran. Some English dude, oh mate, it's a bit controversial, we don't want that squad name. And we're like, okay, and he changed it to something, something else for Iran. We kept playing, and we'd played however long and left that day. Next day or a week later, I went back to play and I found out I was banned. I was like, what the fuck? You told us to change it, we changed it, you didn't tell us anything, and now we're banned. It's like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, it's very... Seems like they've been infiltrated in their administration by the typical stereotype of the Reddit mod personality type.
I don't think it's an infiltration. I think it's kind of like very weird corporate-like environment. Just by the way, their representative talked to me about that whole thing, becoming a moderator, and he assigned me roles I didn't ask for, and he was treating me like he was practically giving me pamphlet for becoming ESD member when all I wanted to talk to him about was what can I do to start moderating for your server from tomorrow, because you need it. Yeah, exactly. So like what should I do if I do not want to go this road of ranking up on Discord? Because honestly, I don't care about Discord. I want to play your game. As I already do, but I want to play it without getting shot every 5 minutes into the back. Yeah, so...
That is the stereotype I was talking about, that they care about... It's like the secret society.
And he talked to me like some fucking PR person. Like, seriously. I'm not joking. It was so cringe, it was unbelievable.
They don't care about what's right, they don't care about who's right, they care about how long you've been there, and that determines who's right.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I see in corporate... Like you said, it's a corporate mentality, but it's also like these secret societies where it's like...
They try to make it exclusive, but it's shit, so what does it matter if it's exclusive or not?
Who are you excluding? You're excluding the people you need.
Or just people that just want to be part of some kind of organization, I don't know. Anyway, I always wanted to just play vanilla. I will be perfectly fine with vanilla, even with its flaws. I was having fun. It was fun after work. That's what I wanted. But after I opened our first vanilla server, we started to get people in, and it was rather quickly at some point. It was too much, and it was probably because of the sale, and it was during Christmas, so people had to wait too much time. So people were joining left and right. Yeah.
Is this last December?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So absolute rush for everything, and probably it was spillovers from all the servers they could have joined, but those were already full, so they jumped to us, I guess.
Oh yeah.
No name server. That had few players in and open slots. Fine. I figured we can somehow work with it, but we also had massive issues with server stability back then. After which I've been told later on some technical related forums that the CPU that we have been running was less than ideal on running things like game servers. So
are you renting one, or you have a dedicated one?
At that point we had dedicated one, but it was gaming CPU with X3D cache, and then I've been told that X3D cache and gaming CPUs can be unstable for certain server related tasks, such as running certain game servers. So I assume it was not just because of ArmA stability, famously, but also because of unsuitable servers. So after I changed it, unfortunately it was a bit too late. Holidays were gone, people were gone, and we were practically at the square one again. We started to play missions with just like 2, 3, 4, 5 people max, and somehow that accumulated slowly over time to what we have now today. There's no active vanilla server, but I would like to have one, or more even. So that's why I have them open. And after we're gonna get that traction, then hopefully we gonna be able to jump into our vanilla servers, pick those good guys up and tell them, hey, if you want to experience something really cool, come play with us on these closed events. Or we can just jump in anytime during this week in the evening, and you can join our operation on this live server, and to show everyone on this server how ArmA can actually be played on public server.
Yes.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, just to have fun with it.
Ironbeard?
Sorry?
You know Ironbeard, the guy who made the conflict escalation mod?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I made a video. So when he first dropped the mod, I was one of the only people promoting it. I didn't do much, but I mean, I thought it was strange that there were not more, like, I think a lot of the ArmA influencers, we'll call them, the people who post ArmA content regularly, they play modded. You know, the Drewskis and the whoever else is.
Yeah,
but you would think they would make at least one video like, oh, here's the new mod. Let's try a server where that mod is present. Because, you know, they do everything. Like, they're always looking for something new to post. Like, hey, watch my video because here's something new in ArmA you haven't seen before. Let me get all of my subscribers to watch it again. But there's been no engagement with the conflict escalation game mode in the promotion side of things. As far as I know, last time I Googled it, Conflict Escalation Reforger, I'm the only videos that pop up on YouTube and all that other shit. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? You know, why is that? Ironbeard's video got 10 to 30,000 videos, his first one, and then the follow-ups he's got. And I've talked to Clay, because Clay, I think, talks to Ironbeard. And I mentioned all this to say, I feel like Conflict Escalation can be a vanilla... not a vanilla plus, but a vanilla light. There is a mod, but it's negligible. But it makes the experience... how do I put this? It makes...
better?
Yes. like Ironbeard said in his video, it's the director's cut of ArmA Vanilla. Because a lot of the strategies I've developed are basically just playing... and I almost exclusively played US side, because I enjoyed the challenge more. But simple things like RPG spam. Meta of RPG spam is almost an insurmountable challenge without mid-level tactics. You know,
I do remember that, yes.
Well, it's awful. There's one guy on the road with an RPG, and he's got 6 more in his bag. You can't use that road because even if you've got 6 guys in the convoy or 6 cars in the convoy, he shoots the first one, you got to go around. He's got time to reload and shoot the next one.
And then he's gonna get a helicopter drop-off with fresh RPG grenades, right?
Or whatever, it doesn't matter. And he can do that entirely on his own initiative, and they do that entirely on their own initiative on every single road all over the map. That's why I invented the whole convoy system I had of like, let's send a jeep first. Let's let one guy get blown up, and then we know, okay, there's a fucking guy with an RPG spam there. So I'll stop 100 meters short out of his range, and then we'll walk up and shoot him, and then we can fucking actually drive through there until he respawns on his radio backpack or whatever. But the base vanilla game is broken as far as meta gameplay.
It is. Well,
but
it's an alpha game.
No, and I understand that long term. But sorry, I didn't mean to shout, but the biggest point I saw that aligned with my thinking for so long about how to approach Reforger in your mission statement was in preparation for ArmA 4. Because what I'm worried about is that... I'm worried about this. Let me colon there and then open a larger point. Here's what I think happened with ArmA Reforger's player base that determined the meta of what Reforger is that the developers did not intend. ArmA 3 was PC only. It was milsim only. ArmA 3 was what ArmA 3 was. When ArmA Reforger dropped, there was a good chunk, probably the majority, of ArmA 3 players that came over and at least bought and checked out what ArmA Reforger was at that point in 22 and 23, when it was just a very bare bones game. From the moment it went to console, you brought in an enormous number of players who have never played milsim. It was pretty dire when the Xbox players came in, but I didn't notice it because it was pretty evenly divided between previous ArmA players and never ArmA players. But when the PS5 update dropped, this stopped being a milsim game and it started being the cheap version of Battlefield that hadn't come out yet. I feel like the majority of PvP players in ArmA Reforger play it like a sandbox GTA game with Battlefield mechanics. Because they have brought their previous experience on console into this PC/console milsim game, that has dictated the meta psyche that came before to overcome the techne of how this game is meant to be played. And to clarify, psyche means like psyche, like your mind. Techne is like technically. Yeah, well, not everybody knows Greek. I don't either. But techne is like the technical side of like, here's how the game technically works. Here's what you should look at this and say, well, I can only respawn here. I should plan my operations as if I die, I'm going to have to respawn here. But nobody plays that way. They all just fucking run out there and get shot and then respawn wherever there's supplies and then ask for supplies when they can't respawn. Because they've been habituated and acculturated towards a Battlefield mentality where there's tickets. It doesn't matter where I spawn. As long as I get a kill before I die, then I'm not a loser. That's not how it works in Reforger. You can get a kill and die and still cost your team too much because your kit costs it too much. But back from that to conflict escalation. From what I see on what we're doing, we're playing Season Secure as our PvP side, and then our PvE side is, you know, pretty standard PvE stuff. Back when conflict escalation first dropped, there was 2 servers that adopted it quickly. NA4 Warpigs adopted it, but because they have a shitty North American player base, it didn't work. There's nobody in North America who wants to play ArmA the way it's meant to be played. Too many PS5 and Xbox players. But the EU server attracted a very small group of players that did very well, because even when there's only 10 or 12 people on a team in conflict escalation, with the right settings, because there are so many AI that spawn automatically that supplement the rest of the map, it feels like you're playing on a full server. And I feel like if we're going to try and go forward with vanilla, it has to be conflict escalation vanilla, because that is a scalable game mode. Regular vanilla and even HQC are not scalable, because when you start an HQC or vanilla match, there's a PvE phase and then a PvP phase. You fight the FIA first, and then you fight other players. That transition doesn't work if you don't have enough players to make that leap. I think that's where most servers fail to make that leap consistently, is because, let's say there's 6 of us in the HSC community, we're going to play on an HQC server. That's just basically a PvE server, and you're getting a PvE experience. Whatever habits you develop with your players that play with you regularly are going to be PvE habits, meaning you can afford to get shot at and then take cover. In PvP, you can't do that. You have to take cover so that you don't get shot. Beginning at simple... Alright, I need to wrap this up. I'm starting to ramble and...
Go ahead. If you have something to say, say it. I have time.
No. I can tell that I'm just word vomiting. I know that a lot of what I say makes sense to me, but I can tell I'm already off on a tangent where I'm going to stop being intelligible towards larger...
If you would be wasting my time, I would let you know. Don't worry about that.
Well, this is the time to let me know.
Yeah. Look, so maybe if you would like to wrap this up, I was also thinking about that maybe just now realizing we might not even have to run vanilla servers anymore at all, because if we are gonna have way too many people trying to get into our passworded servers or just modded servers that would be running, for example, escalation or some kind of adaptation of this kind of a game mode, then effect would be the same for me and for everyone else involved. We would have multiple servers, mostly full, during prime time. Servers, hopefully, that also are gonna lack those Battlefield-like players that will stick to vanilla, or some very light-hearted servers instead.
Sorry. They don't just stick to vanilla. That's just where they start.
Then they spread.
Yeah, they play vanilla because that's what they want to play that night. But the next week, they get home early, they start the download early, they go play WCS, they play Spearhead. They percolate out to the rest of the community. They just start at vanilla. And that's why if you're starting a server and trying to populate it, it's easiest to run a vanilla server and populate it. Well, it also has to do with, like you said, back in December when you were having servers that populated, you were getting the overflow from other top servers.
Yes. Sorry, I do not want to interrupt. Go on. I thought that you were asking. That's what I thought.
You go ahead and say what you had to say, because then
You carry on. Sorry, I interrupted you because I thought you were asking, not just continuing with longer pause. My bad.
I'm getting to the point where I don't know what I'm saying. Just running scripts that I've thought about for 3 years.
Are you saying, would you like me to end it for you?
I'm saying, is there anything I've said in the last 3 minutes that you found useful?
Yes, I like to get to know you better. I would like to get to know how you think, what you like, what you dislike, because I feel that people like you, preferably, would be ideally people that would stay to play here in the long run. So if you're gonna tell me pretty sizable feedback on what you expect and what you dislike, that's gonna help me to run this entire thing. So that's also why I enjoy.
Not necessarily right now, because it's getting late for you guys in Europe, right?
Yeah, let's say.
It's not that late. It's fine.
Not that late. Yeah, it's not bedtime yet.
Not for you, no.
Okay, maybe we can wrap this up, and I'm also gonna give you a good lesson on how to be more effective in everything, including your speeches. I'm gonna tell you that I really appreciate this long conversation we had with you. You really gave me something to think about in multiple ways, and in good ways mostly. And I am really gonna rethink entire vanilla server situation, because I really like what you said about that little brainstorming we had today for the last half an hour. And also one more thing I'm definitely gonna hit you up with in private messages. You have to teach me how to use TikTok, because I can't make that fucking thing work at all. YouTube is not a problem for me. I'm getting views, I'm getting subscribers, I'm getting actually people joining Season Secures. I would say now also due to my videos, which are not great, but they exist and they help.
Yeah, DM me every.
But TikTok, there is absolutely no traction whatsoever. No views. Literally, some videos have 0 views.
You do have a TikTok.
I do have a TikTok. I have 2 accounts because I thought first one is banned or whatever. Both have absolutely shitty traction. I don't know what's happening there.
Just send me everything you post on and I'll look at it.
Or, if it would come to that, I would be even happy to just send over my TikTok videos. You upload them, you give me the traction. I don't really care.
No, that's not the. Yeah, that wouldn't be the right move. The shortest thing I can say is every single TikTok video stands on its own. YouTube is about channels. TikTok is about each single video.
You're gonna have to give me give me that in text. What do you think would work and what does it make work? And I would like to read through that. I think I'm gonna get much more of it if you will feel like give me that in text. Maybe some ideas that you might come across later on.
Oh,
I would
could
appreciate
do that.
it.
I wrote 7 pages about a fucking convoy system, so that's...
Go ahead. If it's gonna be from you, I'm gonna give it attention. But I was looking briefly at some ideas online and even some ChatGPT and bullshit like that. and I was
Look
just
at,
not responsive to that. Too much
what I would say
word
is-
vomiting and ideas all over the place, and it's not also from someone who is posting videos about Reforger, you know, which is also a very specific thing on its own. So I do really appreciate your take on that.
Well, thanks, and sorry for me rambling. And a lot of that has to do with I started drinking about halfway into the match because I'm getting ready. Like, this is my weekend now. Like, I don't have to do anything tomorrow, so my work week was Saturday, Sunday, kind of. That's why I kept asking, hey, please don't let me get too far ahead of myself.
I will let you know.
Thank you. I really need someone to directly tell me, hey, this is the moment.
This is your cue, right here, right now.
Yeah, thank you. I really, really don't want to step on other people's toes.
It's fine. Okay, so how about we're gonna end it here then? If you're gonna come, if you're gonna think about something really useful or just something that you think we should hear, then just write it down, send it to us, or keep it for another debrief. I don't really care, as long as it's good. And I don't know, I will see you when I will see you. Yeah?
Yep, same to you.
Alright. Thanks guys for stopping by, it was fun to even watch.
Yeah, thanks
So
for you
until
guys
next time.
to stand around listening to this bullshit.
Sure, man.
See, they're
Well, before we go,
curious too.
do any of you have any thoughts you want to contribute?
Do you have any thoughts in there
Are
under
they
the
moving
helmet?
at the same time?
Well, let's give them some time to. Let's give them some time to collect them.
I guess they all went out the window.
But I think it was a pretty good conversation, really. Yeah.
Well, thanks. I appreciate
Insightful.
that because I'm. Well, you know, I've got
awkward
that.
silence.
I got a bit of that tism. I got a bit of that tism mixed with some fucking genius level shit, and it doesn't. Not very
I like
useful
it.
a lot of the time. Well, I know you like it now, but I mean.
We can beat through it, don't worry.
I'm a listener.
Okay, so I'm going guys, see you around, thanks again.
See ya. Thanks, man.
Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.
And bye bye.